All right, hang on. Let's make sure we're live. We're supposed to be live. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There it is. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay. Hey, this is Seth Green of MarketDominationLLC.com. Welcome to the July 8th version of Fix My Marketing. Today we're going to start off with Fix My Direct Mail because we got some direct mail in the mailbox. All right. I'm applauding fabulous people who are sending direct mail. Some are doing a better job than others. We got some giant companies sending us direct mail. This is the Verizon credit card. Who knew that you needed a Verizon credit card? Not me. I did not know that. Verizon says more of their best in a credit card. So right up front, they're telling you it's a credit card offer. So, I mean, I would have left that blank to get people to open it because I'm sure people threw out no annual. This is the Verizon Visa card. You get to get up to $10 per month off of eligible lines if you have Verizon service, up to 4% cash back, get your Verizon rewards program and use it on your next phone. And it's driving you to Verizon, link on the page, verizon.com/Verizon Visa card/more. So driving you online to apply. It's pretty in that it's 8-fold self-mailer postcard/brochure. This assumes obviously that I love my Verizon service. I want to say I'm going to save a little bit on my phone and I'm going to get Verizon rewards to hopefully get towards my next phone. I'm assuming obviously they're mailing this to Verizon customers. Because if you were a Sprint customer, you wouldn't necessarily want a Verizon card, right? I'd be curious to see how well it does, see how many Verizon customers do it, and get them a bigger share of their wallet. Hi, Linda. Hi, honey. Hi, Stas. Hi, Joe. Hey, long time no talk, Joe. Hey, John. Hi, Paul. Thank you all for joining us. All right, so that's the Verizon credit card offer. And let's see, we got our fabulous folks at Geico. The savings you expect plus an additional 15%. Please do not bend. Okay, so they did a Winvo envelope, and obviously it's a dead giveaway. It's Geico. But I'm curious what the please do not bend is, because historically, that would come on an envelope like this, and it would say photos enclosed, do not bend. That's where it came from. So they said, please do not bend. What is in here that can't be bent? The Geico give back. 15% credit for new policies, plus the 15% they're going to save you. Switch to Geico for savings. I'm Tim Lynch. I'm your local Geico agent. There's nothing in here to not bend. Oh, man. And obviously, he didn't really sign it. And it's a stock letter coming from Geico. I've never had Geico, so I guess they're mailing us because they want us as customers. Maybe they're doing it's not every door. Maybe it's every door direct mail. Maybe we're on a list. Important insurance information inside. There's no important information. It's just a switch to Geico, and there's nothing in here to not bend. Boo, Geico. I was all excited. I thought that they please do not bend, that there were going to be some pictures inside or something that's not bendable to get my attention. So they got my attention because I was curious, but then they wasted it. Don't do that. Be congruent all the way through. If you say, please do not bend, there should be something in the envelope that should not be bendable that you don't want bent, not just a letter saying switch to Geico. On the other side, we got Progressive. Great savings, good start today. All right. Again, there's flow on the front and the back. They used the back of the envelope. Good job, Progressive. Then customers who save when they switch to Progressive save an average of $750. There's a little card. Call or visit progressive.com today. That's to make the mail a little bit thicker. There's Flo being happy. Buying a new or used car is exciting. Switch and save. We just got 2 new cars. Takes as little as 5 minutes to get your free quote online. So again, back page is all disclaimers, front page is switch and save. Boo, to Progressive. I like that they made it a little thicker, but the card is technically useless and doesn't serve any real purpose except making it thicker. And again, both giant insurance companies just offering, we're going to save you money, we're going to save you money, selling based on price. What about coverage? What if, do you really want to find out? Talk to Tom Larson, Insurance 716. Do you really want to find out you have cheap insurance? It doesn't cover anything when you need it, when it's too late to switch. At that point, I do not. I would rather have as much insurance as I possibly, ask Tom Larson at Insurance 716. I literally call him and say, what other insurance you got? What don't I have? What can I buy that you haven't sold me yet? And he's like, why can't all my customers be like you? I'm like, I want every policy you can possibly get me. I want to be very well protected. Hey, Tom Bell. Long time no see. Man, I think the last time I saw you was in like Vegas a year ago. All right. Now, some smart marketing. This is from Perry Marshall, author of 80/20 Sales and Marketing, Ultimate Guide to Google AdWords. One of my colleagues, friends, and gurus. If you are the CEO of a company with 10 million, 100 million, or $1 billion potential, and you're stuck in the mud, I'm talking to you. What a great headline. He's calling out to his target market. The real wealth you desire is just past the 10 million barrier. Advanced Mastery Network is the fastest and most reliable way to grow it. Advanced Mastery Network is Perry Marshall's grad school, a live lab for perfecting and executing a bootstrap to billion strategy. There's a bunch of bullet points on the back. Our next round begins in August. Let's get you over the hump and into the $10 million promised land. That's really cool. I like it. It's all good copy. It's all aimed right at his target market. There's a clear call to action. The only thing he doesn't, it's a postcard as opposed to a long form sales letter. That's obviously on the website, but he could have done it longer. There's no testimonials, but obviously I'm on his list. I know who he is. I bought his books. I've taken some of his courses. Well done, Perry. I'm sure Perry got a much better response than Geico and Progressive did. Hi, Skip. Hey, Courtney. All right, some more smart direct mail. These are for the wonderful folks at the NRA. Again, I joined to see what kind of marketing they do. So you can put whatever political or gun control beliefs you have aside and just pay attention to the marketing. This is the 2020 tag poll, the truth about gun owners, emergency election. Look at this. They used the front, they used the back, they wrapped it in the flag, like representing state of New York voters, New York Congressional District 26, Buffalo area voters. Inside, there is a letter, 4 pages, and the letter is asking you to take a poll. That's it. They're not asking for money. They're just asking you to take this year's massive campaign fight is heating up fast. The stakes for our Second Amendment rights have never been higher. 19 weeks from now, millions of Americans will go to the polls to not only elect our next president, but also decide control of the U.S. House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, nearly every state legislature, 11 governorships, and thousands of local offices across the country. Right now, candidates in your home state of New York and across the country are studying every poll they can get their hands on, trying to see where voters stand on key issues. But when it comes to gun control and the Second Amendment, nearly all of the recent polls have been bought and paid for by anti-gun media corporations and billionaire Michael Bloomberg. I did not know he was buying polls. The polls are deliberately rigged to give the false impression that gun owners support extreme measures like confiscation of semi-automatic firearms. I'm counting on you to help me set the record straight by answering each critical question on your enclosed 2020 emergency election truth about gun owners poll. 4 pages just asking you to answer 10 questions. That's it. And there's 4 copies because they're going to carbon copies. They're going to send one to the state of New York, one to the Congress, one to Buffalo. I mean, they're sending 4. They're going to mail the results to 4 different political offices. There's 9. Do you agree with the polls that claim a majority of voters want president and members of Congress will enact new harsh gun control restrictions? Is the Second Amendment a supporter? Do you feel that the national media is giving fair coverage to gun owners and the important issues that affect our freedom? Do you agree or disagree with politicians, Hollywood elite, and media talking heads who say the NRA is a terrorist organization? Man, this is obviously skewed. As a gun owner, do you support or oppose Joe Biden's plan to establish a national gun registry and impose national gun owner licensing before you're allowed to purchase firearm? I don't know. I thought you had to register, be licensed to own a firearm anyway. Like not a handgun, which you need a special permit for. But like if you want to go to Cabela's and buy a shotgun or a rifle, you got to pass a background check. You got to fill out paperwork and you got to be lawfully registered owner. So I don't get that question, but as a gun owner, do you support Joe Biden's call for a sweeping ban on semi-automatic rifles, shotguns, and handguns? So there's 10 questions like that, which obviously they're going to, which obviously they're going to send to the politicians saying, hey, this massive voting block of NRA members doesn't agree with all of this anti-gun stuff. You should listen to that. Now, obviously, if you were Chuck Schumer, Democratic left-wing senator for New York, this poll isn't going to change your mind, right? If he's anti-gun from the start, he's not suddenly going to say, geez, I better switch. He's saying the Democrats elected me and I'm voting that. But obviously they're using this as political leverage to try and use it to strengthen the people who are pro-guns beliefs, to make them more pro-gun. Maybe they'll get some moderates to sway, I don't know, but that's really smart. A 4-page sales letter to get you to fill out a 10-question poll and mail it back in a postage paid envelope. So literally, they're not asking me for money. They're asking me to answer these 10 questions, take 2 minutes and mail it back. I'm guessing because obviously I would assume, I know nothing, I would assume most NRA members are very pro-gun, pro-responsible gun ownership, at least according to their marketing, right? It's illegal to go sell your gun to somebody else, right? If I go to Cabela's and buy a gun, I can't walk outside and sell it to Joe, who I met on the street. That's illegal and against the law, and I can go to jail for it because I'm not a licensed firearms dealer. But that's very, very, 4 pages, huge campaign, big envelope, color to get you to fill out a poll. It takes no time and costs you nothing. That's smart. That's some serious marketing. All right. I really want to break into marketing, just not sure how to do it, says Dave. Okay. I'd love to help. What does break into marketing mean? Do you want a job working at a marketing company? Do you want a job doing marketing at a company? Or do you want to start a marketing agency? I'll be happy to answer those questions. Paul, hey, Mary. Paul, would you advise these tactics for B2B marketing too? I do the marketing for a CNC company. So here's the great part. In business to business marketing, it works even better because the majority of B2B marketing is boring. Think about if you are a business owner, what mail you get and what it looks like. There is no personality whatsoever. It's corporate. If you have vendors, maybe they send you catalogs. If they send you anything, they may send you a corporate company newsletter. I was working at one of our financial advisors yesterday, and I said, how often do you touch your client? Oh, we touch our clients and our prospects every single week. I said, how? I said, email. I said, what do you use for it? Constant contact. Boo. And then I said, awesome. What do you send them? And they said, a newsletter. Who writes a newsletter? We buy it from some vendor in our industry and it's all generic. I said, nobody cares. You may be sending this to 5,000 people, but I'm looking at like less than 500 who opened it and one person who clicked. One out of like 500 out of 5,000. Because there's no compelling call to action. Are you getting emails saying, thank you for sending me this newsletter? Are you getting compliments or people saying they got it? They said no. They said, right, because they don't care. It's going to spam or they're not even bothering. Even the 500 people who opened it aren't doing much. So most business to business marketing is really, really boring, which is why our stuff works even better because it has personality. Now you may say, so businesses don't buy anything. If you're trying to get me as a client, if you're trying to get Market Domination or BMD Publishing or any of the businesses we own as a client, we are not, the business doesn't buy anything. There is no business. It's made up of people, right? The CEO of the company is a person who puts his pants on one leg or her leg, pants on one leg at a time, just like you do. And that person may be married, has kids, has worries, has fears, has hopes, has dreams, just like you do. So don't write, if you're writing business to business marketing, don't write to the business, write to the person, because the person, even if it's a committee, even if it's a Fortune 500 company, a person is going to make that decision. So for example, when we go after Fortune 500 companies, like really big companies for our marketing services, we send a ginormous shock and awe box. It's what got me Kevin Harrington as a client. This is what started our relationship. Was I physically sent him a giant box with a DVD player in it with a video personally recorded from me to him, walking him through what was in the box and making my pitch via DVD in person. You know, if I had mailed a corporate brochure to Harrington Enterprises, I would have gotten nowhere. The secretary would have thrown it out. But because I sent an outrageous personal message, it worked. So Paul, they absolutely work B2B. They work even better because most business to business marketing is boring. Dave, I need the answers to your question, to my questions about your question, so I can answer your question if you got more questions. So Dave, you want to break into marketing? Does that mean you want to start a marketing agency, or you want a marketing job working at a company or an agency? Help me out so I can help you. Hey, Chris. All right. Wow. So, all right, we got one more. I think this week, maybe I'll fix my direct mail. All right. So manila envelope. Open immediately. All right. So totally blind. Obviously, I know it's business to business. Obviously, I know it's selling something. It's it's marketing, because it's a manila envelope. And if mom had sent me, my dad sends us pictures in manila envelopes, but he writes his address, he writes on it. So they're trying to sneak up, but within a big manila envelope and a printed label. So if you're going to sneak up with a manila envelope, I would do photos enclosed do not bend, handwritten font, and actually have pictures in it. This is a dead giveaway that it's commercial mail because it's in the manila envelope and it's printed. In that case, I would say you can't get a little bit pregnant. You might as well print on both sides of the envelope like the NRA did. Hey, Paul, thanks. I will try this and let you know how it worked out. The email sequence I use is very personal, but I will be starting snail mail. Thanks. Happy to help, Paul. Awesome. I'd love to see the email sequence, and I'd love to see it. Obviously, it depends on who your target market is. Hey, Jonathan Holden. Chris says, are you still sending DVDs in this day and age? Yeah, actually, we are. We tried flash drives, lower perceived value. We tried drive link to YouTube video, lower perceived value. At one point, we actually sent some preloaded tablets with our video on it. It did not work as well. Because fewer people have DVD players, I think it works better. That's why we said we don't send a DVD, because we can't assume their computer has a drive. We send a portable DVD player, the kind that you take in the car, like they're $30 at Walmart. We charge them up, and then we mail them out. And because they'll keep the DVD player. Like their kids take it on trips. Like I've had calls from people who become clients going, hey, I feel bad. Do you want me to send the DVD player back? I'm like, it's $30, keep it. Because now I have people going, oh my God, we took it on a trip, or our DVD player broke, or the car thing didn't work, or there was no Wi-Fi in the mountains we were driving through. And I tossed them your DVD player and they watched a movie and they were happy. So we absolutely still send DVD players. They probably actually, I haven't measured the change in response over the last 10 years, 20 years. They probably work better now because fewer people have them. Boo. All right. So this is a pitch for a business loan. Easy financing, business capital, $200,000. We're lending specifically to stockbrokers in New York. I'm a financial advisor. Thanks. Nobody's been called a stockbroker in 15 years. They obviously bought a list of people who have registered Series 7 reps, but half of them are going to be offended that we were called a stockbroker. It's one page in this little card, which again is just designed to make the mail thicker. It's literally like 2 paragraphs. They sent this big envelope, and they could have fit so much more in for the same postage. And the back is pretty much blank, so boo. Boo, boo, boo. So I like that they did in a manila envelope. I like that they made it thicker with the fake plastic credit card that isn't a credit card. But man, you had so much more room you could have used to make your case. So think about this. If you were a door-to-door salesperson selling vacuum cleaners, and you knocked on somebody's door to demonstrate your vacuum cleaner, and they opened the door and they let you in to show you their new vacuum cleaner, and they said, and you said, let me show you the vacuum cleaner, and they said, okay, and you say, I only need 60 seconds to demonstrate this new vacuum cleaner, and they said, I don't have anything to do. You have 20 minutes. Would you say, no, I'm going to take my minute and leave? Or would you stay as long as they let you until they kicked you out or bought? You would hopefully stay as long as you had. You would take as much time as you could to make that sales pitch, because the more time you have, the better job you can do. So why would you send one piece of paper and not even print on the back? All right. Love to hear your advice for a guy who's built a hot dog cart and is out slinging sandwiches every day. Since my A game, the entertainment business, is shot due to government bans on mass gatherings. Awesome. All right. So, Jamie, that is fascinating. Okay. So, you can't do the entertainment business for whatever part of the entertainment business you're in. I apologize. I don't know. But you are now doing, running a hot dog cart and selling hot dogs and sandwiches, if I got that right. Okay. So, first of all, obviously location, right? If you have the greatest hot dogs in the world, it's not going to matter if you're at a place with no people. So you've got to find the place with the people in whatever city you're in. Where are the people? Where are the most people? Is there an office district of giant skyscrapers filled with office buildings where you could set up? I mean, the most important thing you need is a starving crowd, right? You need hungry people. So it doesn't matter if you've got the secret sauce or the best ingredients or the biggest sign. If you don't have any customers, it doesn't do any good. So number one, who's your ideal client for your hot dog cart? Where is the best, biggest starving crowd? Set up there. And then, crazy idea that I guarantee you no hot dog vendors ever tried. Can you actually market? Can you market? Can you get a list? Let's say you picked, let's say I'm downtown in Buffalo and I pick Main Street in Buffalo where like M&T Bank and all the law firms, and there's just skyscraper after skyscraper after skyscraper filled with offices of people, right? Presumably that they're working now. If I set up there, could you easily go grab a list or make one of, I mean, you could pay somebody $11 an hour to walk into each building, write down the list of every business on that directory, and then go to their websites, make a list, go to our team page, make a list of every single person. I mean, you don't have to do 1,000, but I mean, even if you started with like 100 people who work in office building 1, and you sent them all a postcard, the cheapest form of direct mail, and said, hey, it's Jamie, the hot dog guy. I'll be at your place at 10 a.m. special because you're a partner at Phillips Lytle. There's a Philip, bring this card with you and you buy a hot dog, get a hot dog free or something. And then track it and see how many people on that day bring in the card. And then I guarantee you no hot dog vendors doing direct mail. Nobody's marketing. They're just showing up and praying. What if you could actually, like a food truck, market that you were going to be there and get people to show up? Courtney says you could upsell balloon animals for $1. Courtney's also started as a magician, as I did, and then turned into a marketer. So I love the upsell of balloon animals. However, they've got to be able to give it to a kid, most likely, right? They're not going to wear a balloon helmet on their head at the office. No, they might. But I don't take this home to your kid as long as it doesn't pop ahead of time. There's a replacement guarantee. If you break it before 5, you get a new one. What other services could you offer? Could you team up with a mobile dry cleaner and pick up their dry clean, Arthur's Executive Cleaners, and pick up their dry cleaning at the same time? Hey, bring your clothes and your appetite, and I'll take your clothes to the dry cleaner and I'll bring them back for a small surcharge, something like that. What greater share of wallet could you offer? Could you, as Courtney says, could you do Facebook ads in the like the 3-block radius of where you're going to be, driving people to come to you? You could do the same thing. You could use a geo proximity beacon, what we used to call stalker tags before our vendor went out of business, where you were pinging anybody's device who was in a 3-block radius and a thing would pop up on their phone. I mean, you could have a lot of fun in the hot dog business. So those are just a few of the ideas I got. If you or anybody else watching would like more awesome ideas or help marketing your business, we're out of time today, so we're not even going to do Fix My Online Ads today. We'll do an extra episode. We'll do some more next week. Show up. Go to marketdominationllc.com. Watch our awesome sizzle reel. Fill out the form next to the video. You get taken to our calendar. Book a 15-minute, 30-minute Fix My Marketing consultation. Won't charge you a thing. We'll take a look at everything you're doing. We'll tell you what's working. We'll tell you what's not working. We'll tell you how you can improve things. And of course, if you want to have us help you with us and it's something we can do, we can have that conversation too. So go to marketdominationllc.com and we'll see you next week at the same time, same place.